Hey, Tripp Kramer here from trippadvice.com, and on today's video, we're talking about splitting the bill. Yes, that's right. This has probably come up for you many times when you've been on dates. You're sitting there, the bill comes. Should you pay for it? Should you not pay for it? Should you split it? What should you do? So just to kind of cut to the chase here, I do believe that when a bill comes for the first couple of dates, you should be the one who is covering the bill. And I have a few reasons why. Let's go into those right now. Number one, you should be covering the bill because it is a good habit to get into. So whether or not you are dating, whether or not you are at some sort of networking or business meeting, or maybe you're just with friends, it's always going to be better for you to cover the bill. And the reason why is from a funny little thing called reciprocity. So from Robert Cialdini's book called Influence, he talks about the power of reciprocity, that when you give without expecting anything in return, people are going to want to reciprocate. They're going to want to give value back in some way, and you're going to build a really nice relationship. So you want to be in the habit of covering the bill. Of course, I know it's not going to happen every single time, and some of your friends or whatever people are going to, really force themselves, like, no, let's split it, let's split it, let's split it. But do your best to try to get into the habit of covering bills because it's going to be better for that relationship. And of course, I don't want you to do this because you're trying to get something out of it. That's kind of like this bonus. But it's just a good thing to do in the long run. It's going to put you in just a great position, and better things are just going to happen to you, and hopefully you're just doing good to do good. But understand that this is the same thing when it comes to dates. So when you're the one who is paying for the bill, she's going to see that, and she's going to go, okay, wow, that is a really cool move, and it's going to make you look more attractive. But let's dive a little bit deeper into that in reason number two. Reason number two, why you want to make sure that you're not splitting the bill, is because it is inherently a masculine trait. That's right. So you being assertive and covering the bill and taking control is a masculine trait. And if you want to have the most chances of being your most attractive self, well, you want to display a lot of masculine qualities. And this is going to actually display a masculine quality. You saying, hey, you know what? I got it, right? Kind of like provider, protector. You are the one who's saying, I got this, let me take care of it. And that in itself is attractive. Now, I know this is where it gets a little funky, and that's why this is such a controversial topic, is because there are women out there who they'll take advantage of this, right? So they will try to go out and know that guys will pay for the bill. So they'll try to get free dinners and all that stuff. And listen, I'm not going to lie. That's going to happen to you from time to time. You may not know it. Maybe the girl's completely using you for a dinner. But either way, I believe that is not the rule, that's the exception. Once in a while, that's going to happen. But most of the time, you are on dates, women are on dates because they want to be with you. So you taking care of the bill is not going to be her, sitting and going, nice, another free dinner, right? It's going to be her being like, oh, okay, that's a pretty cool move that guy did this. And very, very slim it's going to be because the girl is trying to be some sort of gold digger. But, that's some of the casualties of war, right? That's going to happen when you are in this dating game. I will say this, if there comes a time when you're with the girl and you're on a date and you're like, wow, I really don't want to see this girl again. She's a terrible person. I'm not attracted to her at all. I thought I was going to be. I want to split this bill. There's no way I'm going to pay for this girl. Well, this is going to come back to reason number one. I said you want to get into the habit of just doing it. It's the bigger move. It's going to make you still feel better in the long run that you did it, even though you're going to be killing yourself over the fact that you're just like, I really did not want to pay for that person. But still, it's the bigger move, and it's getting into that habit of just covering that, of not being a cheap person, of saying, okay, I'm going to go into these first few dates with the women that I meet, and no matter what happens, I'm just going to cover it because, hey, listen, I'm the one who asked anyways. I asked her on a date. I'm the one who created the date. I'm the one who picked the place. So it even also makes sense that you just cover the bill. I know there's going to be a lot of people who are going to comment and go, that's simping, that's simping. Women are fighting for equality, and if they want to fight for equality, then they should be splitting the bill too. That's fine. You can go down that road, but I'm telling you, in the long run, it's not going to do anything for you. It's not going to make the relationship better. It's not going to make you appear more attractive. It's not going to work because we're talking about getting down to the more biological reasons why men and women become attracted to each other. And like I said, repeating myself here, you being the one to cover the bill and not split it is tapping into that masculine trait, that you're taking care of it. So I urge you, no matter what, just take care of the bill. And let me tell you something, and this is why I also urge not to do dinner dates for a first date. If you're worried about, well, this is going to cost me an arm and a leg, I'm going to be going on all these dinner dates and I'm covering all these bills, this is going to be insane. Don't go on dinner dates for a first date. Make it easier. Do a coffee date, do a drink date, so then it doesn't cost you as much and then you can go on more. Still cover those, but then you know, of course, you're going to know that if you go on a second date with her, by that time, you definitely are interested in her, right? So you're going to know that you're not wasting your time, most likely on that second date, paying for that. And then, of course, hopefully, after the second date, she decides to say, hey, no, really, let me take this one, and then you let her. And then you can split some bills down the line, and then you can kind of go back and forth, back and forth. So I'm not saying to cover the bill forever, but just for the first two, do not split. It's going to help you so much more in the long run. Now, I also want to help you out on these dates. So what I want you to do is I want you to check out a free video that I have for you that talks about topics of conversation that women love. So you can have fun conversation and you can get to the point where you're having a good time, she's having a good time, and it's easier to continue conversation when you're on these dates. It's called Chick Crack. I'll put a link down below. It's 100% free, and also you'll hop on my email list where every week I send out tips and tricks and techniques for being able to meet and attract women, similar to what we're talking about today. So check that out. It's down in the description below. I know you have comments. Hit me with them. Write your comment down below. Tell me what you think, and I'll see you on the next video.